So now we've got Rachel Welfare and Hugh Nicholson from Life in Vacant Spaces. Rachel and Hugh, thank you for joining us. Good to see you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Hugh Nicholson, the chair of the Life in Vacant Spaces Trust, and if I can just introduce Rachel Welfare, who's the director of the Life in Vacant Spaces Trust. Lives is a charitable trust. We've got 7 voluntary trustees and 1 full-time paid employee, Rachel. We were established by the council to support the recovery of Christchurch after the Canterbury earthquakes. Our purpose is to regenerate Christchurch by facilitating the use of vacant spaces for creative, innovative or educational projects that benefit the community. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, we believe that our services will be in continued demand for the foreseeable future. LIVS recognises the additional financial pressure that COVID-19 places on the Christchurch City Council, and we appreciate your efforts and the opportunity to speak to you today. We believe that LIVS is strongly placed to assist the Council with Christchurch's response to the COVID-19, the economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, and ask that the Council continues to support LIVS and our placemaking partners Green Lab and Gap Filler through the Enliven Spaces grant funding. LIVS anticipates that the economic impact of COVID-19, as it unfolds, there will be an increased demand for our services. Christchurch is likely to see increased numbers of business failures and a corresponding increase in the number of vacant spaces, so vacant tenancies. We're likely to see job losses, and I think we're likely to experience an increased demand for affordable spaces for community groups and artists and so on. LIVS has a strong track record of working with landowners to find the right kind of temporary activity to fit their vacant spaces. We work with artists, social entrepreneurs, start-up businesses, community groups, event organisers, and we ensure that leases, participation agreements are in place. We make sure that public liability insurance is provided, and protect both the landowners and the members of the public who are operating in vacant spaces. We manage the leases and we promote activities that support the landowners' long-term aspirations. Finding new opportunities and different ways to support our community and creative sectors will become increasingly important in the COVID-19 recovery. So LIVS has reviewed its strategic plan in the light of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we were attaching a plan to our submission for your information. But in particular, we're proposing to refocus our core activities to respond to the likely economic impact of the pandemic. And so we're in discussion with council staff about some specific projects that we think might support this. Christchurch has a chance to utilise its internationally recognised placemaking partners to build on its post-quake experience an innovative and creative brand. We have an opportunity to show the rest of New Zealand and the world not only how to survive this, but how to thrive. LIVS looks forward to working with the Council on the COVID-19 recovery. The extent to which LIVS can achieve positive outcomes for Christchurch is directly proportional to the Council's core funding grant. So we leverage the core funding from council. We access further funding. So in 2019, we activated 30 sites across the city. We supported 152 projects. The land we brokered had a value of approximately $1.85 million. If it was able to be leased commercially, we supported 10,000 days of activations. We're often a silent partner in our participants' success. We work in the background, we deal with the paperwork and provide advice and make connections. We've supported nearly 600 different projects, and including Rollicking Gelato, Rekindle and Cultivate Christchurch. So we give these kind of groups a chance to get started, to get going. We work closely with the urban design and regeneration team, and we value their support and direction. We also support the annual submissions of our transitional placemaking partners, Green Lab and Gap Filler, and we believe that we have complementary approaches. So Gap Filler has an emphasis on delivering propositional, kind of creative projects. Green Lab focuses on community development, and we do sort of brokering and facilitation. So really we ask that you confirm the core funding grant for LIVS and our placemaking partners through the Enliven Spaces budget to enable us to continue to operate and support your the COVID-19 recovery. And we also ask Council considers a 3-year funding agreement in order to enable some long-term planning and certainty. So look, thank you for the opportunity to talk to you. Thanks for your help. We couldn't operate without you.
And thank you very much indeed for taking the time to come along and present the submission today. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.